Hello, beautiful people, this is... Alright, we're gonna get right into the Q&A. You read the title, I'm willing to bet, so no introduction other than this introduction. Yeah. Shut up. The Gaming Pug asks for Q&A. Okay, what would you do if YouTube did not exist? Wow, that is really sad to think about, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it would be so sad. Like, what would I do? Gee, I don't know. Sleep in, ride a bike, freaking hang out with people, hang out with friends, call my parents, hang out with my family, see my family, hang out with myself more. What would that even mean? Play more video games, stay up later, not be on YouTube 24/7. Yeah, I don't know what I would do.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed himself and family.
If you wanted a serious answer though, my biggest hobbies at the time, right before YouTube, well, that's what kind of like got me into YouTube, and that answers another question, but we're not gonna spoil it for later, would be like just video games and hanging out with friends more. That's probably what I would be doing. YouTube honestly takes up so many hours of the day for me, anywhere between 2 to 10 hours. I know that's kind of variant, but it depends on how busy I am for the day and whatnot, but anywhere from 2 to 10 hours. So that's by far my biggest hobby. So I would actually like watch anime again. I almost completely stopped watching anime since I started YouTube. That's something I would like to get back into again, just a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna say who asked this question because several of you asked this question. How old am I? I answered this in my last Q&A, so thank you guys for not caring enough to check out my older videos. No, I get it. You don't have time to watch 8 million videos of mine, even though I don't even have 200 videos up. Do you feel bad yet? You should. You dicks. I'm 22 though. What made me to make videos? Again, I asked this in my older Q&A, kind of, maybe, or in some video at some point. I don't know. Anyway, I'll answer it now because I'm sure some of you might be wondering. My friends did though. My roommate Kyle, primarily, and one of my good buddies, Hayden, they got to talking to me. Like, I was so invested into Clash of Clans, this app game, in case for those of you who may not have heard of it still. If you've been watching my channel at all though, you at least somewhat know what Clash of Clans is. So I got really into that, and I don't want to say like really good at it, but like I was like, better than average. I wasn't even that good, really. I was better than my friends. And so they said, hey man, since you're so good at this Clash of Clans things, why don't you like make YouTube videos on it, like strategies and things like that? And then I was like, yeah, why don't I do that? I've been wanting to do YouTube for a while, and then that's what I did. And then I sucked, and I was like, I needed to reevaluate my life, and I cried myself to sleep a few nights, and then, oh, that got depressing. I decided to go with funnier videos because I try to be fun. I'm not really that funny. Wow, that's depressing too. Let's just all sit here and cry about how bad I am. Where was I going with that? I'm fixing a tie that I don't have. But yeah, when I started making videos they weren't just strategy videos, because I had to be a little bit more serious in my strategy videos. If you look at my very first videos, you'll see like, I'm just talking like, yeah guys, and this is how you do surgical hogs. And then you come in from this like, I mean, I guess you could like kind of learn from it. I mean, even though they weren't the greatest videos, like I was just a little bit more serious. I was making them, and like even when you listen to it, you're like, that doesn't sound like Z now, because it wasn't like really me. I am not that serious in day-to-day life. I'm really not. Like, believe it or not. So when I started making more videos where I was like, my videos, like, pretty much any of them, like even though you couldn't see my face in the earlier Clash of Clans videos, you could still kind of like feel the energy, feel the excitement, even though I was bad. And people really started to like that, and the channel started to grow from that. I was like, oh, I love this, I want to do more of it. I hope that answered your question in a very roundabout way there, Tord? Is that how you say it? I'm not gonna say it any other way. I'll just defend you at that point. So.
Flex, time to impress. Come and climb in my bed.